I honestly can't stress it enough. When we think about this space, when I look at certain projects in this space, I don't immediately go into the competitive mindset. I'm not thinking that XRP is better than XLM. I'm not thinking that XLM is better than XRP. I look at this market in a sense of how can these two complement each other? How can both of these be like working together? For the longest time, XRP and XLM, I've always said, XRP is more B2B, XLM is more P2P, right? Banks versus the average people that want to send money back home or to their loved ones, whatever. Now, over the last couple of days, and technically it's the last week, we've been seeing this growing narrative around how, XRP is useless and Ripple got replaced by Chainlink because X, Y, and Z and Link is better than XRP. I don't understand how we get caught up in these types of discussions. I mean, majority of the crypto holders that I know are very intelligent. They see what's happening around the world. They see the change around technology. They see how this can benefit, finance as a whole. But a lot of these conversations that I'm seeing in this market go against that, where it's such low IQ discussions about things that just absolutely don't matter. This whole competitive mindset about this project has to be better than this project. It always has to be this neck and neck fight. I don't understand that. And again, today we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be addressing it because I want you guys to understand that what Chainlink's doing is extremely bullish for XRP. It's extremely bullish for Ripple. These two are not going after each other. They're not trying to kill one another. That is nonsense. Now today, this is what the all-time chart looks like for XRP. This is the all-time chart for Chainlink. Just going off of the view here, I mean, listen, if I really wanted to compare these two, I would just simply say that XRP has outperformed Chainlink in its entire history. XRP is up almost 50,000% all time. Chainlink is up about 15,000%. Listen, XRP has been a much better investment. For now, do I think that these two will really complement each other? Do I think that these two will both have a market? 100%. In the simplest way possible, Chainlink is a data oracle. XRP, in the simplest sense, is a massive payment asset that can bridge any two assets. We're talking about being a global bridge currency. It has the power to do that. Also, the XRP ledger was one of the first DEXs. It was one of the first tokenization networks. The XRP ledger is extremely bullish, and it was far ahead of almost everything in this market. It was the front runner for things like tokenization, for even technically decentralized finance with DEXs. I mean, XRP is completely different than Link. Anyone that's trying to compare these two, I hate to say it, but they just don't know what they're talking about. But let's actually address a few things. Number one, am I jumping on the Chainlink bandwagon here? No. Listen, I've always supported Chainlink. I supported Chainlink even back in the summer of 2020 because of how successful it was during DeFi summer. It was always a blue chip from that point on. I mean, Chainlink has grown rapidly. I think that there's like over 2,000 plus connections now back to the Chainlink ecosystem. It's a massive ecosystem. We just talked about Chainlink the other day, actually. But if we look at this, Chainlink was so successful back in 2021. Did it fall off? No. The bear market hit, and now we're just kind of ranging and we're waiting for that next big push to the upside. I would argue that we're kind of at this phase of the market, like back in December of 2020, right before the largest moves of the market actually happened. But Chainlink will perform just well. XRP will just perform very well as well. But I made a post just the other day talking about Chainlink being successful. I said a $5 link has morphed into a $20 plus link because we were talking about this back in 2023 because there was a lot of FUD around Link during that time. And it's funny how things can change because now the FUD is all around XRP and it's coming from the Link ecosystem. I don't understand this at all. Now, a lot of it has to do with this recent announcement, which we've gone over, right? We just talked about this in a video, where we have key US economic data points are now on chain via Chainlink data feeds across these blockchains. Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, Botnix, Ethereum, Linea, Mantle, Optimism, Sonic, ZK Sync, all that. Now, again, everyone is talking about how this absolutely killed XRP and Ripple. And oh, I thought Ripple was supposed to collaborate with the US government. And I thought, the US was going to adopt Ripple and XRP. I feel like nobody is looking into just this image alone. And I said this in the video from last night. It connects any blockchain. XRP can easily be tapped in with this. Chainlink just leveled up the entire industry by being tapped in with the US Department of Commerce. But we also have over here. And I feel like this started to get a lot of people's attention. And this is where a lot of people were looking at, the idea of, oh, well, with CCIP, there's no bridge currency required. Interesting. Already hinting at, oh yeah, well, goodbye Ripple. Goodbye XRP. The thing about this is that Chainlink is not a payment facilitator. They are not like a main player that is settling transactions, that's going to be that payment hub. I mean, again, do I think that Chainlink is a huge platform? 100%. Do I think that's a successful platform? 100%. Do I think that Chainlink provides a ton of value for the space? 100%. But to call Chainlink a Ripple killer or an XRP killer is just ridiculous. It's leveling up the entire industry and supporting both Ripple and XRP. But this was that partnership. They said that we're excited to announce a strategic partnership between Chainlink and SBI Group, one of Japan's largest financial conglomerates with the USD equivalent of over $200 billion in total assets. They will focus on powering several innovative use cases centered around tokenized funds, tokenized real-world assets such as real estate and bonds, regulated stablecoins, and more. SBI Group and Japanese services companies will leverage Chainlink services, including the cross-chain interoperability protocol, smart data, and proof of reserve to unlock secondary market liquidity and enhance the operational efficiency of tokenized assets while seamlessly fulfilling compliance and privacy requirements. Now, the president and CEO of SBI Holdings, Yoshitaka Kitao, he did say, Chainlink is a natural partner of SBI, complementing our financial footprint with their market-leading interoperability and reliability on chain. With our combined strengths, we are delighted to be working together on developing groundbreaking, secure, compliant-focused solutions, including powering compliant cross-border transactions using stablecoins that accelerate the widespread adoption of digital assets in Japan and the region. Now, you might say, well, Nick, didn't you just say that they're not settling transactions? The main thing here for Chainlink is being that cross-chain interoperability protocol. They are going to be moving assets across chains. They are going to be the facilitator of this. They're also going to tap SBI's traditional networks into the digital ones to move these assets over these networks, to move these tokenized assets as well over these networks. This is where we get that interoperability factor. Now, we already know that Chainlink, UBS Asset Management, and even SBI Digital Markets previously completed a solution for automated fund administration and transfer agency using smart contracts under the monetary authority of Singapore's Project Guardian. Again, very great stuff. This is incredible. Now, to build on top of this, a lot of people were comparing Ripple Swell to Cbos. And I do think that it kind of started with the CIO at Swift, Tom Shaq. I hope that I'm saying that name correctly. That's how I would pronounce it. But we have here 8 years on. See you at Cbos 2025. Now, it's not like Ripple made this article, right? But we have here, they're calling Ripple's Cbos Killer Conference. This is the Swift. This is the Ripple Swell that was going to, kill Swift's Cbos event. But again, it wasn't Ripple that created this. This was written by some random person out there that was calling it the Cbos Killer. But we already know that Ripple Swell has been going on for years, and so has Cbos, 8 years to be exact. But again, Chainlink individuals jumped on this, and we have here, if you don't think XRP and Link are competing, then why did Ripple announce their Swell conference at the exact same time and city as Chainlink SmartCon this year. This is the issue, right? Everyone immediately thinks that what Ripple is doing means it's the same as XRP doing it. Oh, Ripple announced this. That means that they're trying to, kill this for XRP. XRP and Ripple are two completely different things. I don't know how many times we could say this, but we have Ripple as a history of shadowing Swift's CBOS conference as an alternative to the old ways, trying to shape the narrative in the early days of Ripple, which of course worked on so many of the XRP army. Swift is one of Chainlink's title sponsors this year, and after 8 years in the making, you better believe something real is getting dropped at SmartCon. Ripple likely knows this, or at least suspects it. They are afraid that Chainlink and Swift will dominate the narrative. It will be an insanely large media week, and Ripple wants to try to get in on the spotlight and not let the narrative get away from them. It will be a massive couple of days for shaping narratives through the media, so expect both marketing teams to bring their A games. In the end, substance over narratives will always win, but the war will be fought on many fronts. And again, it's just so comical because Ripple Swell has been held around the same exact time every single year. I don't think that it's a strategic thing. I think that they hold Ripple Swell towards the end of the year because they want to wrap up the year and show stats around the growth. I mean, it's a huge event just to kind of go over everything that's been happening. It's not a strategic move to go against Chainlink or Swift's CBOS conference. It's just comical to me that they're grasping at these types of straws. But also, Chainlink and Ripple are working together. Guys, this is from Crypto Airy. This is regarding the most recent announcement from Ripple, which was with ROUSD being a crucial piece for Aave's Horizon platform. ROUSD on Ethereum, Aave, 61.15% supplied of $600 million. Big success at 10.57% APY. And this is from the VP stablecoins, Jack McDonald from Ripple. Leveraging the Chainlink standard, we bring trusted data on-chain, further strengthening ROUSD's utility across both institutional and decentralized applications. Guys, this quote from a Ripple employee tells us that they want to kill Chainlink. They literally called it leveraging the Chainlink standard. It is comical to me that people think that these two are competing. They are complementing each other. A little bit more proof of this, go and look at the picture of Brad Garlinghouse and Sergey. I mean, guys, these are not enemies. They are not going to war with each other. Anyone that is out here spreading FUD that, oh, Ripple is trying to kill Chainlink and, oh, this is going to lead to Link over, throwing XRP and XRP is going to die because Link is going to get, it's just so stupid. Who is bringing this stuff up? People that don't have any research in the space. If they did, they would understand that Chainlink is a Oracle provider. It's not a, full-on financial, payment system if you think about it, right? Because again, Ripple Pay is basically a payment network that has tokenization tied to it, custody tied to it, XRP is tapped in. I mean, again, it takes 5 minutes to learn this stuff. And also we have from Crippen Writer, because I saw this and I couldn't agree more. The Link drama is so unnecessary. XRP Ledger is a P2P electronic cash system. Chainlink is an Oracle service for blockchains. We are not enemies. Again, I cannot stress this enough. This is the simplest way to put it. But I guarantee you that we will still have so many people out there in the Chainlink ecosystem saying, no, we can't work together. No, XRP and the XRPL has to die at Chainlink's hands. It's just ridiculous. These two are complementing each other. What Chainlink has been doing and these announcements that Chainlink has been pushing are all benefiting the space. Again, Chainlink is a very solid project, a blue chip in this space. XRP is also up there. These two can complement each other. These two can work together. Again, it's not all about life or death for these projects going neck to neck. Everyone constantly compares projects to one another. This space would be so much further ahead if we just simply sat back and looked at how we can collaborate together and how we can grow crypto together. And that's what a lot of these projects have been doing through major alliances, through major organizations. This time around, it's no different. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.